All right, y'all. So look, this is not the normal Onion School podcast. Oh my god.
KJ's flipping the camera off
So
already.
listen,
It's
so
all
listen, so
good.
listen. I'm gonna let my boy Kevin give y'all the lowdown on what's going on because he needs to get
All right. So
that.
look, I'm gonna give a little dating advice because on this podcast sometimes we talk about dating advice. We get some dating advice to you men,
Mm-hmm.
not these men on the podcast, but anybody that's watching. In 2021, and I hate to say this because this will sound toxic, but this might be the actual way to go. If you want the woman that you want, you should let her chase you. And the number one way, in my opinion, to allow women to chase you as a man is to not give a fuck. And when I say not give a fuck, I mean, don't just neglect her. Don't just not listen to her or whatnot. But let's say you have an issue with said person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say anything about it. Take the short end of the stick. And when I say take the short end of the stick, actually don't take the short end of the stick. I know that sounds contradicting. The reason I say don't take the short end of the stick is because when you realize that these women aren't going to listen to you and these women don't actually operate off of logic, they can think
Mm-hmm.
logically. This is the thing. They can think logically, but they don't operate logically.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make a decision, a conscious decision, to not give a fuck about what she's done to you. And this actually attracts women. And I think a lot of women test men. They will do things that they know men would have a problem with purposely.
Mm-hmm.
And they would do it for the sake of trying to tell men that they shouldn't have a problem with it, or they would try to tell men that they're insecure. Just don't give a fuck, all right? So, let me give you a little scenario. I had a chick that drove 3 hours to come see me.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking for an extended period of time, I'll say.
Okay.
And she comes to see me, drives 3 hours from a different state. Okay?
Okay, gotcha.
But today we had a situation where it was something that she did that it wasn't even nothing that was super, super bothersome. I just mentioned it. And the reaction that she gave me made me believe that it was a problem. So we're talking all this and that every day. She calls me every day. She calls me anytime she wants, whatever the fuck. I answer and all this and that. I mean, I don't, that's not saying that I don't try not to text her back, but I just kind of get caught up in what I'm doing and she ends up texting me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was this one particular night. She's like, I'm going out with my girls. I'm like, okay, cool. So she doesn't really respond to me or call me. And I'm like, oh, it's cool. She's out with her girls. But then I look on social media, Snapchat. Let me give a little context. Before this, from a guy's perspective, we're like hitting it off. We're in good terms. I'm like, hey, you going out with your girls? Let me see what that fit like. You know what I mean? Just to be a little flirty. I don't actually give a fuck what her fit is like. I'm just being a little flirty, like, oh, you going out with your girls? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see that female confidence.
Right.
She doesn't reply. Mention. Now, keep in mind, she drove 3 hours and shit to come see me, and we've had relations and all this shit.
Okay. Yeah,
I see on her social media story, I done sent like 2 messages. She's
Mm-hmm.
never left me on red before.
Mm-hmm.
But she's out in the club with her homegirls. She leaves me on red this time. And I'm like, okay, she's out with her girls. But then there's like social media, I guess stories is what you want to call on Snapchat, of another dude like brushing up on her and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything about that. I just noticed it. And then she calls me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even make a big deal about it. And this is the problem with a lot of these women. I feel like she was expecting me to maybe say something about this. I think I was lured into a trap. She was posting on social media, her doing all this and that with her girlfriends, drinking and all this, and then having this other dude like approach her. And meanwhile, she's drove 3 hours to see me. We've had relations, and we're talking about getting in a potential relationship, shit like that. So I was like, hey, like, damn, you couldn't text me back one time when you text me back almost instantaneously all these other times, and you're just constantly posting on social media. This is something that's never been done before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when she ain't out with her friends and shit, hits me back instantly. So I say something about that. I say, well, from my perspective, that kind of seems just a little bit sorry because I wouldn't do that to you. And she blows up and she says, you're not my boyfriend. And blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I'm not your boyfriend. In fact, I'm the one that told you that I'm not going to be your boyfriend because I'm not necessarily in the place to be trying to do that right now. Mm-hmm. But I am taking you seriously because we've been talking about very serious things. We've been making a connection. And then she tells me shit like, I've never really made a connection with anyone. Well, she didn't say it like that. She says it like, I don't usually connect with people this often, and I do want something serious. That's what she tells me. So I'm like, okay. So I'm acting off of that. But then when I tell her, hey, with the perspective I think of, it seems a little odd how you just kind of leave me hanging and then you got some other dude pulling up in your social media. And like the other dude was just pulling up there. He was like trying to kiss her and all this shit. Girls, they do that. She was doing that. But it's like, I asked her like that night to like send me pictures of her fit. She didn't really do that. So instead she starts posting on social media. And then she has that as like one of her last posts. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I just mentioned that. I'm not upset about it. I was like, hey, looks like you had a great time last night and all this and that. And I was like, like you couldn't just send me one text to be like, I'm out with my girls or some shit like that or whatever the fuck it was. And she gets upset and starts pulling that you're not my boyfriend type shit, which I make it seems like she was trying to force me in a position that I wasn't really ready to be in. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know some guys' perspectives because I'm going to say it this way. It seemed like the more care and attention I showed this lady, the less she started to give a fuck about me. And the more that I started to act like I didn't really give a fuck about her, just talking about the relationship overall, with her driving to come see me for 3 hours, I was acting like I didn't really give a fuck about her because I had other women I was talking to at the same time. So she did that. So to me, it felt like, oh, that's something special. This woman just did that for me. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't seem like that was the case, I guess. To her, it was like a fling. And then, like, we had relations, and she was like, oh, I didn't actually plan to do that with you this tonight type shit. But she did it anyway, and then she wanted to do it again afterwards. So it's really, really confusing as a man because I don't know if women understand how that reads. So when I talked to her about the shit that, hey, I just thought maybe you would have a little more respect as at least send me one text last night instead of just leave me on dry. And then for 6 hours later, because this bitch was out to 5 a.m., for 6 hours later, posting all this shit on social media and not responding or saying anything. It's like, I get you were out with your girls, but you wasn't just out with your girls. You know what I mean? She was like, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's this and this and that. You're not my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, don't you realize what the fuck we've been talking about this whole time? KJ, go ahead, man. this is kind of confusing to me because I don't know if women interpret properly what men think about that stuff. We're talking about getting a relationship. She's literally telling me things like, quote, if you stick around with me.
She belongs to the streets.
To the
Okay,
streets.
I'm glad he said it because I was like, man, forget it. Put her in the streets, bro.
Yeah. I guess that's what it is. But the problem is these women who belong to the streets don't believe they belong to the streets, and they believe they're just doing what women should do. And like instead of listening to men and trying to interpret how men see it, they are literally saying to men they want long-term relationships. And I think maybe part of that reason that they're saying to men that they're interested in, that they want long-term relationships, is so they can fuck them right away without that man thinking that they're a hoe or some shit. It is really, really peculiar. Go ahead, KJ. I'm gonna hear your rant, bro.
That actually made so much sense. Go ahead.
I don't have nothing to add, bro. I mean, personally, I mean, it sounds like she belongs to the streets. So I mean, you should just give her back to the streets and then just move on and find somebody else.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Oh, who is this? Who is that?
Hands, man.
Oh, I guess that is Lee.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy that a chick will talk to you on terms of wanting a serious relationship. Like they're not saying stuff like, "Oh, hey, we're in two different states, so it's like a fling or whatever." They're not saying that, "Hey, I'm not ready for something right now." They are telling me, "I want something serious. I want a connection with a person. I haven't connected with many people like I have with you."
Playing games. She is playing games.
Playing games. That's what this shit is.
No, I'll say this way: if she's going, you don't drive 3 hours to go see someone and not plan to have relations. And like that thing, the thing is, one, it's coming to your mind, and two, she's prepared for that. So once she's lying. Two, she's playing games because she's trying to force your hand, saying, "Hey, be my boyfriend, or I could do something else." And then three, like you said, people say, "Oh, I'm looking for long term," just so you don't see her as a booty call. But she's also playing like her other options as well too. And like you said, if she's
I'm gonna say it this way.
So she's honestly trying to secure her assets, right? So she's trying to have you put you on the roster, like, okay, I got him. And then she's trying to have her other little things as well. Like,
that's what I thought it was.
Women be doing the same thing as like men do.
Cause look, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was talking to another homeboy, and he was like, "Oh, this girl finna drive 3 hours from another state to see you. Oh, you finna get some booty." And I was like, "Yeah," I couldn't help but think, like, yeah, I know. Ain't no bitch finna drive no 3 hours without wanting to get some dick. Come on, man. Cause like at that point,
I will say this. When I went out to Pennsylvania to go see someone like that too, and then she told her friends freaking texted her the cucumber emoji with the water.
Yeah, but
so they know. And even that first night, she's like, yeah, like from the airport, we just stopped for food, and after food, it was on. So like, no,
bro, that's what I'm saying. We went in and got some food, and after we got back to the crib, it was on, bro, because it was like she gonna try to tell me that bullshit, man. Mm-hmm. I wasn't actually planning to have sex with you tonight. I wasn't going. Bitch, bro, you just drove 3.5 hours. You just drove so hard. You ain't finna drive no motherfucking 3.
Stop the car.
Yeah, you drove from. Oh, I ain't gonna say the state. She drove from another state, bro.
She drove from Oklahoma.
Yeah, she did. She drove from Oklahoma.
You said 3 hours, bro. I knew it had to be Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh, that's right. I forget. Y'all niggas live in Arkansas.
And like, bro, but here's the thing. Afterwards, she was calling me every day. When she would have a break at work, she'd call me. When she was going in before work, she'd call me. When she get off of work, she would call me. And like the phone calls would be like an hour and a half long. I'm thinking this chick wants like a real relationship.
No, she did, but what this is what happened. She went out with her girls. She talked to her girls. Her girls got in her head and like, you need to do this, and this because if he's not tough enough,
I think that's what it is.
And that's what I said. So she's playing games.
Man.
because she's
they friends
friend.
be fucking their head up.
So anyway, we just had an argument this morning about that shit, and I think her friends might have fucked her head up preemptively, because the only thing I said was like, "Hey, I get you out with your girls, you were drunk. I'm not tripping about that," but it was kind of like, it's odd that you couldn't text me back when, like, oh, here's the thing, she got off work early. I texted her before she got off work, but
Can I ask a question?
Early. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, at the end of the day, y'all not together. I mean, at the end of the day, like she not.
I'm saying.
I mean, I'm saying like at the end of the day, y'all not together. She trying to move like y'all together, but y'all not together. Like the bitch is goofy, and I feel like you should just really like let her go back to the streets where she came from. Yeah. Like, man, I mean, it's nothing. It's really not. I don't know. It's really nothing to decipher for me. I don't know. I just
bro. Get her a train ticket to Oklahoma.
No. This is what I want to say.
Train ticket, so she has time to think about what she did.
I think by
wait a minute, she's still there?
Hold on, no, hold on. This is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
I think by believing what she was saying and actually listening to her is where I fucked up, and that's why I want to educate men.
So I don't even be listening half the time to what they be saying. I just be watching what they do. Because they body will
that's what I
their mind is confused most of the time.
And then, bro, she tried to get me to fuck her raw too, bro. Like, and it was like not on the first time.
She was trying to trap you. She was trying to trap you, my nigga. She was trying to.
She was like, "I'm clean," and like, "Are you clean?"
Hey, can I ask a question? Hey, Kev, is this girl white or black? I just want to know.
She was Mexican, actually.
Oh no, bro! Hell no! Oh hell no, bro! They wake up for though. But
here's the thing: she's like rich though.
No, the rich ain't. Her money ain't check. Wait a minute, my nigga. Hold on.
Her money ain't in check. Her parents' money is in check.
Hold on. Time out.
Still not worth it.
How old is she? Or what is she? What's she?
I can't give too many specifics, but I would say not much younger than me. Way over the legal drinking age.
All right. Okay. So
mid-20s, early 20s.
Okay, so she's a grown adult. She's Mexican.
Younger than you, so that put you at what, like 25?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the
you know what? Let's go at 25 because that's close enough.
You might as well just say her name. You might as well just say her name and post a picture at this point.
No, because y'all won't know. Y'all won't know. If I say her name, y'all will know. But if y'all just have an age, there's so many fucking women that age on my friends.
Wait a minute, nigga. If you say her name, this nigga said if you say her name, we gonna know. Well, done, nigga. That was the whole point. We trying to know.
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to tell nobody like that, bro.
You told us the whole story. You might as well keep going.
I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story because that's between me and her right now until now. And even if y'all know, y'all won't know who it was.
Hey man, so my question is, like, what are you gonna do after this, bro? Like, we heard the story, we heard your advice. Are you gonna cut?
I'm talking to? And the problem is, I thought that she was different, and I guess I fell maybe head over heels. And this is why I want to tell these men: don't chase these hoes. Let these hoes chase you. If you don't give a fuck about these women and the shit that because I think where I fucked up was giving a fuck about her not texting me back.
You was being
But then there's also kind of like that was some real bullshit.
You was being like,
because she knew that I could. I guess from my perspective, she knew I could see the shit she was doing on social media because she put it publicly on the story. But that's okay. That's her story. But it's also like I have other women I'm talking to, and then you done said this, and that, and the third, trying to make it seem like you want more than just fucking. You want something serious.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, that confuses the shit out of me. Because it turns out maybe that's not what she really wanted. Or maybe she wasn't feeling me that way. Maybe she felt it differently. Yep. Nah, I wasn't sipping, nigga. I ain't sipping. Because like she drove 3 hours to see me. I ain't went nowhere to see her.
cheat for 3 hours to see you.
My man. You was being a little simp. You was being a little simp, man. You was being a little simp.
Know what? I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, probably was. Fuck it.
Hey, listen, brother. It's cool, man. We all some simps at some point, man. Like at some point.
KJ, that's the reason why I tell these niggas don't give a fuck about these hoes.
Right,
being a simp and giving a fuck turns them off.
My man, that's the lesson you learn. So all right, so this is what you gonna do, right? Let me give you some real nigga advice from this point.
I got other women.
All right, no. You gonna see her again?
If that bitch come down here, but I'm not talking to her, she gonna have to call me first, and she gonna have to talk to me first.
All right, bet, my nigga. All right.
If I do see her again, I'm not taking her seriously.
All right, bet, my nigga. This what you do.
Get the pussy and leave it.
All right, bet. This what you do, my nigga. Right. The next time you see her, right, you get the pussy, and then you nut on her face, and then you take a picture of it, and then you put that shit on the internet.
Whoa, wait.
No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm joking.
That's the best revenge.
Yo.
That's the best revenge.
Hey, man.
The Superman cape on her
That's
back.
the best revenge.
Hey, I'm not advocating for you to put the Superman.
No, because what you need to do.
Hey, man, listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, but for some women like you saying, you need to let them know I dominated you.
Hey, man, listen, all I'm saying is, bro, like, I feel like you should get her to a point where she misses you, right? You feel me? Then after you fuck, you either nut on her face or you give her the Superman cape. And then you kick her out the house. Don't even let her walk around with a nutty back and shit. Call her your nutty buddy. Don't even give her the warm rag. Like kick her out right there. Like, yo, you got some shit to do.
Especially after you drive 3 hours, I'm gonna make her look like a real goofy.
No, I'm joking. Do not do that. Y'all don't listen to me. Do not listen to what the fuck I'm joking.
I would though, cause like
I'm
some kind of sucker. She trying to play me like I'm some kind of lame.
No, I will say this. Just like you're talking to your boys, talking to her girls, and they hyped her up because she felt some sort of way because she wanted a freaking commitment after her driving 3 hours. So.
Well, I mean, but you see, like, with her girls and shit, they probably encouraging her, like, you didn't do nothing wrong, you didn't do this do that.
No, but I'm saying her girls encouraged her first to do what she did, and then now after she did it, say like, you know, that's like that's what he deserved.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Y'all niggas say that before me even going deep into that. Y'all already know, bro.
That's cause the same stuff be happening all the time.
Like the same shit. Bro, that's like, how it's
once you hit a certain point in any situation, like it's literally gonna go one or two ways. And you already know where it's gonna be. It's literally like them diagrams that say like yes or no, and then it's like no, this path, yes, this path. That's literally it. That's literally
it's literally fine. Like, they be good looking, they be very fine, and they have attractive personality.
I never doing nothing.
Yeah, I know, right? You're right.
Hey, is she cute, bro? Nah, that's all I want to know. She not one of them fat, chubby Mexican chicks, is she?
Nah, I mean she thick, but like she really, 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 really good looking in the face, and like she's been skinny before. So like,
so she fat and chubby. Yeah, bro, it's all over.
No, she's not fat and chubby. She's not fat.
No, but
like, so she's chubby.
Not fat. She's actually not even chubby. She's thick.
Okay. So what's her dress size?
That's what you're saying. You're saying that.
I don't know. But like when
wait. You don't know if the ass is hidden?
No, the ass is hidden. But what I'm trying to say is, when you look at her in the dress, it doesn't look like you have any curves. She looks straight.
Can she cook?
Yes.
Are you fucked?
What you mean?
Are you fucked?
Every nigga
it's gonna be an ongoing thing.
But the problem is the niggas.
I give it like 3 months of toxicity.
Hey man, hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. All I'm gonna tell you is this, dog. Do not hit that bitch raw, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hispanic women wake up fertile, bro, and I would hate that for you because if her green card get denied and your kids go over the border, it's over. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, what you mean?
I'm just saying though, you know the way these niggas treat these.
He said, "Sign me up."
Sign me up.
You know what that is? That Jamesy boy.
Hey, listen. No. What I'm saying is though, is that you in a bad situation. You got a Mexican chick who's fertile that can cook. Like your life will be ruined.
I don't even know if she really Mexican, bro. She be looking kind of white too. But then some Mexicans do look kind of like that.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, hey, bro, at the end of the day, that ain't what you want. If she El Salvadorian, you definitely want to run. That ain't what you want.
So here's again, like I say, bro, there's other. Yeah, I know. Because that's what.
Nigga, what are they, bro? Psycho.
Yeah, because like the bitch drove through. And like what?
Nigga, you, me, I've been there. Hey, bro.
I'm saying so have I, and my best so like that too.
Hey man, wait, hey Al, ain't your ex like El Salvadorian?
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, hey, bro.
I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of Hispanic women like in black men. There's a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, hey man, listen. I'm gonna say this though.
And hey, hold on. Here's another thing. Her homegirls are also black women.
I said I'm gonna say this though about Hispanic women. And Kevin Samuel said this shit. Hispanic women, when they got their shit together, not this bitch that Kevin that Kevin talking about. Hispanic women that got their shit together, they respect the shit out of their men and they treat their men like kings. And real shit, Hispanic women love black men. I don't know what it is about our aura, about the shit that we go through day to day that we overcome, but Hispanic women and even some white women love the shit out of black men and will cater to a black man, will uplift a black man, and will treat a black man that's handling his shit the right way. And black men, you don't gotta jump through the same fucking hoops that you might have to jump through if you date an African American woman. And I don't give a fuck if the African American woman get mad at me, but the stats are proven.
She done told me how she feels about Hispanic men and Mexican men. She's like, I don't like Mexican men. They're go ahead.
No, everything KJ saying, KJ said, definitely agree on. I experienced it because I know that KJ dates more, black women. I date more outside my race, and I definitely, everything KJ said, certified.
I'm sorry, KJ. Black women are hard, bro. Black women are hard.
Hey man, listen.
Black men. Black women don't respect black men like they should.
Hey man, you listen, bro. I feel you, and I understand it. And I've learned to expand my palette of women, and you just got to find the right one, regardless of what race is. But I will say this though, is that black women, only 1 in 4 black women get married. American black women get married in a lifetime.
That's a terrible statistic. My point is in 2021, okay? The best way to keep these women is by being a cold ass nigga. We finna keep it at that. You gotta be a cold ass nigga, bro. Like you can't be. Look, women say they want a man who has a soft side. No, they fuck. No, they don't.
Bro. Honestly, we was talking about that, man. If whatchamacallit, if King was here, he'd be able to attest to this. Like, so we had that conversation in that little real.
Because I hit way more women by being assholes than I have by being actually nice.
Bro. So we had that same conversation. We're like, you want your man to be sensitive, right? So like, what if he start crying? Like, you want him to express that?
Oh no, they don't want to see a man cry.
You don't want him to express that at all. Because the first thing you gonna say, oh, cry baby ass nigga. Like that's the first thing they gonna say. Yeah. They don't call you weak. They want call you cry baby.
They want you sensitive for them and their needs. Not for your needs, and that's where I could definitely say, we're and like kind of what KJ said. Women of other races, they respect that more, and they like black men who are sensitive, even so, and they know their own struggle. And I've dealt with that. Like with my friends too. Sorry, I'll make it real quick about KJ. Even with my friends, not even romantically too. It's more accessible to be in touch with your feelings and sensitive of that. Outsider culture than insider culture for some reason.
Man, so you know what I really think it is at the end of the day is that women of other races are taught at a higher level to respect men based off of the gender roles and how the ecosystem. I'm using my words are fucked up, but follow me. But how the ecosystem works, bro. Like women and men were never designed to be equal.
So what you trying to say about my fucking situation, nigga?
Man, shut up, nigga. Damn. So what I was saying.
That's what.
No.
No. You have to friends to fuck you over. Go ahead, KJ.
Let him finish
Hey,
his
say
thought.
it again, Ty.
Go ahead, KJ. Oh, okay. Let KJ finish because we already know in your situation, she got hyped up by her friends and she fucked you over. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, that's basically what happened, bro. Like,
yeah, what you were saying, nigga. You were trying
so going back to my original point and making this shit short and sweet is that women of other ethnicities are taught to value and respect men at a higher rate than black women are taught to value and respect their men. And
the shit she did to me.
What? What are you talking?
No, you said her friends are black. She talks to her homegirls. So
but how do we hold on? How do we even know that though? Y'all assuming that? How do we know that?
No. Look, listen. He is stating a point. He's trying to state a point that fits the overarching narrative, but you can't see the end of the point.
I can, but I guess when you start off saying
what I'm trying.
All right.
So what I'm trying to say is, bro, is that you got the bad apple off the tree, my nigga. That's basically what it is. You got the bad apple off the tree because this probably isn't the norm for Hispanic women. But going back to what X is saying is that because she has black friends and because black women aren't inherently taught to respect and value black men or men in general at a high rate, like Hispanic women, like white women, like Asian women, like Arab American or Arab women is that the influence that her black friends are having on her with you being a black man. If you were white, or if you were Latino, but you had kind of some white features, or if you were like an Arab prince or some shit like that, bro, like best believe all the hoops and hurdles and shit that you jumping through, you would not have to jump through. But because she's being influenced by black women, you have to jump through those hurdles because they're telling you, girl, trust me. From my point of view, niggas ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you, girl, I know our men ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you, trust me, bro, trust me, sis. And that's what the fuck is going on in that little side group chat. So my overarching solution to you, my nigga, is that she belongs to the streets, bro, and you should just drop her off there.
I think y'all are misconstruing this. I'm not necessarily asking for advice. I'm telling niggas not to give a fuck about these hoes.
No, but and what KJ and I are saying, it depends. You have to know your person because like that's the thing with the women that I mess with also. And especially because of where they're at too. If I don't respect them and I don't care about them, they're out too. But because they have their stuff together. But the thing is, but kind of what KJ is saying, that different women, because the thing is, in other cultures, it sounds like you say they know their role. They work to complete because of the relationship. It takes two sides, right? And every gender has their roles. But not even gender, just people have their roles. And in the black culture, they're taught to replace, or they're taught to say, "Hey, you do everything. You need a guy because we can't count on black men," and that's what they're taught.
What you're kind of summing it up to. Go, keep going. I'm sorry.
So that's what I said. So that's what they're taught. So that's why they're not really compatible, and that's why it's really really hard to find a strong black woman who is willing to succeed power, or not even succeed power, to make everything fit like a puzzle. You know,
so what you're trying to say is if you got a motherfucking woman who is from a different culture than a black culture and she got some toxic black female friends, you're kind of fucked.
Yes, nigga, that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
I know, nigga.
Yeah, and I want to like this. Anybody who
who is the Hanju? Well, why is it problematic?
How is this problematic, sir?
Look, they're on Periscope, I think.
Yeah. This is from Twitter. He said this is probably.
Oh, that was Twitter. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
the
is
thing that I'm
problematic.
trying to
Man,
say,
fuck that shit, bro. That shit ain't problematic, my nigga. Niggas be out here simping and shit, man. Niggas ain't about to be out here being no simps in 2021.
okay, it ain't about no simps, nigga. I already know that. But the point that I was making
Not
is that you should not give a fuck about these hoes. What I'm saying
What?
is, if they do right or wrong, don't give a fuck. Like,
That's
bro,
like
you
you
gotta
burn,
take
man.
the short end, huh? That's like what?
That's how you get burned. Sorry, the roller coaster went by.
It is how you get burned, but no. I'm gonna be honest. How you really get burned is by giving a fuck what they say. Bro, you gotta treat. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, as toxic as it sounds. You gotta treat all these women like they're liars, like they say things that they don't actually believe, because they really don't. Women don't really know what they want. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I'm a woman.
AJ, don't you cut
Hold on.
you're a woman?
Hold on.
Okay.
So she said I'm a woman.
Are you Indian though?
No,
Because
she said
Indian
I
women think
married
that
one and black.
you're black named Dihanju. I don't know. I mean, but sure, hey, if you're black,
No,
I hear you.
The thing is, we're not saying all black women. Because my point was, it's hard to find that. But growing up in the culture, and I think my mom is a strong black woman, who talks a lot of stuff. But then I could go ahead to my aunt, who was see, you have to have. So you're like me.
So you're half Congolese, where those people get their heads cut off and shit, where women actually don't have any rights.
No,
seriously.
No, hold on. See, the thing is, too. Well, one, you're saying you're half black, which means that means you have two different cultures. So therefore, you're the exception and not the general populace. And the thing is, too, AJ and I, we're not saying all black women.
No, we're definitely not saying all black women.
No, I know that, but the thing is, it's because she's the outlier, so she doesn't experience the point that we were making. But the other thing too is that
Hold on,
growing up.
Pull the comment back up.
Because she said she half black, half something else.
So here you go. So you can read it in order. So she said, "This is problematic." Then she said, "I am a woman. I married one and black."
She could type all that shit in one sentence.
Dehandrew, can you type to us what is problematic? I'm gonna let Type X Thrills speak, and while he speaks, type to us what's problematic about it.
Yeah.
First of all, go ahead, bro. I got to follow up behind you.
No, and the thing is, it's what we said. Because one, you and I, we were not saying all black women. We're saying that it's almost like it's a general rule. It's almost like a stereotype. So the majority of it happens, and we know that too. But the thing is, since she's half Congolese, she's not like the thing. So therefore, she has a culture that's not the African American culture, or the black culture too. So therefore,
100%.
the outlier, because it's like me too. So with me, like I don't completely identify with black culture because and we say it affectionately to me because I'm a half breed. So therefore, I know my experiences are different from KJ's. But I also see the point that KJ makes because my aunt and everything. Because my mom is an exception to the rule. My aunts, on the other hand, who have issues, like that too. They fall into the trap that me and KJ were saying, where they said all men aren't crap, and they're trying to take over like that too, and they're not trying to integrate with somebody. They're trying to freaking dominate.
Okay, hold on.
Now I go after KJ.
Wait. Okay, so yeah, KJ goes next. Hold on. She said I can definitely type in one sentence.
Because I do.
I'm taking care of. Hold on. Okay, got you.
We see it.
I got it. So anyway, hold on. And then there's more. Hold on. Then there's this.
Who the fuck is that? MAGA. Oh, this is dumb.
I have no idea. And she's like, and I wanted to listen in. Also, there's a character limit.
Hey, you're more than welcome to join the podcast.
And then she said, "My mother is, I guess, is American, and was a phenomenal and respectful wife and mother. Your poor experience show."
Dehandrew, may we ask how old are you?
And then he said, "Walk of Life said I like you guys."
How old are you, Dehandrew? You're over 30, I guarantee.
Okay.
All right, so
no, hold on.
Go back.
Your poor experience shouldn't alter your perspective of all black women.
No,
we didn't say all black. God damn it! No.
See, that's what I want to say. I want to take race out of this because what I originally stated was that in 2021, you cannot show these women too much care. And I can actually explain some fucking reasons behind that. I'm not talking about just you're 28, so you're almost 30. Okay, anyway. So I'm not talking about just Mexican women, black women, or white women, okay? I'm talking about, I'm being real. I'm talking about all women who are our age, growing up in our generation. You cannot show them this care and attention because one, if you show them too much care and attention, they're going to think you're thirsty. Two, it does seem to have some correlation that these women seem to chase men. Why do you think so many women end up in abusive relationships? And I know this is going to be very controversial, okay? I don't think it's necessarily all of these dudes are abusive. I think maybe...
No, you came in at the right... No, you came in at the exact right time. So I'm about to cut Kev off because he about to go down a rabbit hole that we not about to go down with that.
We don't want to go there. We don't
got
want to go there.
at least 187.
I don't give a fuck. I don't know how high that is IQ, but what I'm trying to say is there's some women that they do chase men, and the women who do chase men based on how their culture is, because this woman told me that her culture and Mexican culture was that men are allowed to cheat. Men are expected to cheat. It is normal for men to cheat. And then she tells me about her past relationships, and it's always been with men who do cheat, men who do abuse her. And it seems like she's never really been with a nice guy. So this may be something hard for people to tackle, but I think there is some type of correlation with how you're grown up in the culture you're in, that you see certain things and you kind of attract yourself to those men. I like a lot of women go for men who are like
the nigga saying you profoundly gifted. So the IQ score range goes from basically 1 to 180 and up. He said you got a 187.
So that nigga could be trolling. So
yeah, well, we know he's trolling because you dumb as shit. So, anyways, we about to get back to it.
I'm not that dumb.
All right, we about to get back into it. No, I'm fucking with you, Kev.
Oh god.
Hey, but we about to get back into it. So to address,
people just don't want to say it because it sounds harsh. And
No, my nigga, like you was here and then we went way to the left over here. So we about to bring it back over here. All right,
the original point I made.
All right, so
you can't give a fuck about these women and you need to let them chase you.
So
you can't kiss their ass.
All right, so to bring it back, first of all, I want to address a few things that the commenter said. One, we never said all women. Like we know all women is just broadly specific. We can't even say most women because there are a shit ton of women in the world. So we're going to say some women because people like to put qualifiers on shit until it doesn't apply to them. So we'll say some women, so we'll appease the audience. Then also, looking at your experience being 28, you're half Congolese and you're half American. So I'm pretty sure that in your native country, I'm assuming your parents have immigrated from the Congo, at least one of them immigrated from the Congo. So, okay, so I'm assuming that. Okay, so her father immigrated from the Congo. I'm almost 100% sure and willing to bet that whatever culture, norms, and traditions that your father learned in his native country, he brought over here to America. He met a woman who will respect his culture, norms, and traditions, and they got married. So what that means is that your mother, in a sense, assimilated to your father's culture to an extent because she loved that man and respected him enough to say, I like what he's bringing to the table. I like what he talks about. And because I like those things, I'm going to respect him to raise our children and have that upbringing to what he is used to in his native country, because he, as a protector and a provider of this household, has the ultimate say. And it's not a thing about bowing down or quitting or whatever. It's a thing about submission where your mother respects your father as the leader and the provider, that she's willing to say that in this situation, when it comes to rearing a child and it comes to these values, norms, and traditions, he knows best. And he knows best because I trust him and because he's shown me that he can be what I need him to be in a sense of a man to raise a family respectably. And I'm willing to bet that her parents are still married. And so what ends up happening,
exception, like we said, exception to the norm that we
and so what ends up happening is I bet that the way you were brought up, speaking directly to the person who commented, because I can't remember her name right now. The way you were brought up to respect a man. You were brought up to value a man, regardless if he's black, white, whatever. You were brought up to serve that man, and in return, your father taught you to find a man that is willing to protect, to provide, to respect you, your womanhood, to allow you to flourish in your femininity. What we are saying on the show is that there are many Native African American born women who do not have those examples in the household, or who have those examples in the household, but they reject it because of modern times and because of social media and because all these outside influences tell you that any service to a black man or a man in general is seen as a sign of slavery, or it invalidates your womanhood because of feminism. And so essentially what Kevin's talking about is we get a generation of women who talk shit that they ain't really about in layman's terms. And so that's all I wanted to say.
All right, so hold on before anyone continues. I'm gonna go through some comments again. So we got this one. Whatever again, let's see that.
187.
Now he got a little disrespectful here.
And the women chasing KJ. Oh, let's face it. Yeah, no, I'm damn.
No, I think it was a comma.
Kev, you sound.
I don't know. I mean, sure, maybe you could be right. I will admit that. But could you admit could you admit that perhaps we also?
Man, get to the rest of the comments, nigga. You ain't hear me commenting.
Hold on,
my dad.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's another thing we didn't ask.
Wait. There's still more. I'm not done.
Okay.
Yeah, let him finish. He passed away in 2013, but yes, they were married.
Either way, we still. Wait.
Shut up, Kev. Damn.
I'm trying. Listen, he didn't fucking give all these.
Hey, smooth me him. You them smooth.
No, can you be quiet, KJ? Listen, he didn't give.
He's trying to finish the comments.
He didn't give these comments at the exact time that they happened, so we don't know what she's saying is correct.
She was talking about me.
So you still
no. So
about what? What point?
So look, she was these comments came to give you context.
Can we get a timestamp? What's the timestamp?
I'm going to tell you when they came in. I'm telling you when they came in. They came in when you got up and you walked away, and KJ was talking. She was literally speaking back to KJ.
Pretty much the correct what she's saying of the part that her dad allowed her to be, feminine and the values and everything. Too,
I agree with KJ.
That's what she was saying. So, but it was the point. What KJ and I were saying was that guess what? And she's saying that her dad assimilated, but it goes to the point that I was making earlier, where her mom is the exception. One exception is like I said, like my mom is too, where she went and they worked together to complete something instead of one person trying to be over the other person. And that's what. And maybe we need to find a new word because KJ said submission, and I guess submissive has a negative connotation now. But we miss submissive.
It does in American culture.
No,
submissive does.
I know. So no, but the thing is. We talk about that both sides submit to different things, men and women too. But the problem is that in the African American culture, Native African American culture, what we're talking about is that women, they want to dominate, they want to do everything, and they don't want to value the guy's input. So kind of like pretty much two things could be right, and I think what KJ said was right, and what she was saying is right too, because her dad assimilated more so. But her mom was also willing to take the culture and take everything else in too, which made her be in a prosperous freaking upbringing, as she said. And then her mom was actually before that since she was able to accept another culture and pretty much be a puzzle piece into her dad's life.
Could that possibly have something to do with the biological concept of women being more agreeable to men?
Well, no, it's not. No, because I don't know.
It could.
No, because we say that, but I don't think it's biological because it depends in different cultures. But women don't want to listen to men. Women don't want to agree. Right now, we see it in black culture right now, where women, they want to agree. They don't want to agree at all. And,
so this is her response to you, Alan.
So here's another thing. We didn't ask her what she like, where she was from. Okay, so like she said she's Congolese,
So
but we didn't ask if she was American.
beyond you, if you want to jump on, DM me, and I will send you the link.
Please do. I would like for you to hear your voice.
She said her mom.
Hey man, tell that Walk of Life nigga to bring his ass on here too, so I can flame his ass up.
Well, anyway, she said her mom. She said her mom was American. Her dad was from Congo.
Mm-hmm.
So and she's American. So that's when KJ, because I was reading the comments when they came in too, and so she said.
I guess what the.
So and that's why she said. So that's why she agreed with KJ too, because I was reading the comments as you went. So and she said she's sorry for not replying as fast as she could, that she tried to multitask. Because I think she has kids.
So I think y'all was speaking from a global perspective, where I was speaking specifically about American women.
But no, KJ and I, we're speaking from American women as well, but we're putting it more so in the African American community. Because I know, I think with me, with my experience, if there's girls where I don't care, they pull chalk and they're out too.
This dude here. Hey, why don't we bring both of these people on? Just go ahead. Just have some balls.
I told her.
Why not?
All she has to do is just DM me. How do you join? You got to DM me. DM me, and I will send you the link. Hey
man, listen, man. At the end of the day, we got way off topic from what the fuck Kev was talking about. So, Kev, this is my final advice to you because I'm hungry as shit.
I don't need advice. I'm giving advice. Don't give a fuck about these women in 2021 if they're from the same generation as you. I hate to say it. There are some outliers, but like most of the part, like how old are you, KJ? Who's the oldest here?
He is. Wait, how old are you? Wait, yeah, you are.
How old is everybody? Let's go ahead and go through it. I'm 26.
Okay, she's
KJ,
following. Hold on. She's following me. I'm finna send her the link right now.
Okay, KJ,
I'm finna bring her on right now. Hold on.
KJ has to eat and I have to go to work.
I'm 31.
If you're dealing with any women who are 26 and below, I'm sorry, because of social media and because of the way the dating culture is, the best way to attract these women is not giving a fuck. I hate to say that to you. It's not old-fashioned anymore where persistence gains attraction. Like if you're in your 30s or some shit. That's not how it is in your 20s. Persistence makes you look creepy, okay? Even if you go about it the right way. Because when a woman doesn't want to deal with you because you make her feel uncomfortable, not if you make her feel uncomfortable because of something you've done, but if you make her feel uncomfortable because you have called her out on something that she has. You know what I'm saying? If you called her out on something she's done that is bullshit, and like KJ and Type X and Smooth were saying earlier, if she got some little homegirls, some black homegirls in her ear telling you this and that about black men, you make her feel uncomfortable. We get our news from fucking realistic situations. If you make her feel uncomfortable when she has these homegirls in her ear in this day and age with my generation, it doesn't matter how right you are, because her feelings are going to matter more than what your logic is.
Hold on. I think I got her. I think I got her in here.
There we go.
Oh shit, Jelena. Welcome.
Jelena. Is it Jelena? How are you doing?
Jelena. I'm good. I was just scrolling. My husband's at work and I'm here with the little one. And I was just scrolling and I heard some things that I didn't necessarily agree with.
Miss Jelena, before you say that, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, cool. You're around our age. Let's go.
All right. So I understand where this is coming from. I understand the rhetoric, right? I think my only issue is with a lot of black men. I'm married to a black man. So, and we've had this conversation.
Why we got an amen being married to a black man? That's some toxic shit right there.
No, the fuck it's not, bro, because I celebrate black love. Shut up and let her finish.
Bro, let her talk, bro.
Hey, Smooth, mute this nigga, man.
Hold on. No,
hey, mute this nigga, man.
Everybody on here.
Hold on, hey,
Jelena, meet everybody, please.
Jelena,
meet everybody except Jelena.
Yeah,
Jelena, when I said that and you laughed, why did you laugh? Answer that to KJ.
I
Let her
laughed
talk
because
first.
I laughed because my husband and I have this conversation a lot. When there's a woman in a heavily testosterone, when there's
Shut up, Kev.
when there's a woman that comes into a space that's male dominated, it gets a little so I thought it was funny. That's all. So, but no, I mean no disrespect by that. I understand, but no. So I guess what I was saying was the rhetoric bothers me because I really feel like it should be a more us versus them conversation than a black women and black men do this and we're pointing the fingers at each other. And it's a no. White people built these structures, and that's why black women behave this way. You know,
we never say anything about white people, Jelena.
I understand, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I kind of feel like
it's KJ, it's a conversation, so it goes back and forth. Stop getting mad. We're gonna let her speak.
I'm trying to hear.
There's a reason when I said what I said and she laughed, okay? And what I want to get into is the reason for that. So that's why I respond when I respond. She go ahead, Jelena.
So what exactly did you say that you think I laughed at? Sorry.
Well, what did you laugh at? As soon as I said something, you laughed.
Oh my God, bro!
I said no. When KJ said,
laugh is not important, bro. That's really off topic, bro.
Actually, hold on. I think it might be when KJ said, "Thank you for being married to a black man." I said, "Wait, why is that a?" She laughed. Why is that a laugh? Because that shouldn't be an odd thing, right?
For sure. So can I? So
yeah, go ahead.
Two things. Yeah. So the first thing was I wanted to say that what I found problematic, which was my initial.
Yes.
comment,
okay. Go ahead.
I found it was problematic that someone said, I don't remember exactly who it was, that you need to assume all black women are liars. And I kind of was listening, and I felt like there was this ongoing.
Whoa, we didn't say black women. We said women.
Okay.
I said women.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood that because
y'all want to get on me, but Kevin Samuels be correcting women when they get shit wrong. She said all black women. I didn't say all black women. I said women.
Okay, and I can take that.
You are Kevin Samuels today.
I'm gonna be.
Now, number two, I laughed because I thought it was hilarious because I just had a conversation with my husband the other night, and he was just talking about how sometimes at his job there's a lot of men, it's male dominated. When a woman comes in, they get loud, they get more aggressive, they start talking over each other. And so when he said, yeah, black love, I love that. I agree with that. And then when you guys started talking over each other and they were like, nah, be quiet, let her talk. I thought that was funny because it does happen a lot when a woman tries to speak.
You're not lying. You was not lying.
So it wasn't anything about black love or anything like that.
She's not lying at all.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm. I think that sometimes some men will try to do counterpoint, like you said, black women, and I said I didn't say black women, I said all women, and then KJ and Smooth were saying, "Shut up, Kevin, let her speak." But what I'm
trying to hear,
I know you're trying to hear, but she's starting with a point that's misconstrued.
She said, I get that.
I literally.
So hold on, stop, Smooth, let her speak. She just said she gets that. So go ahead, Jelena.
No,
now you see how I feel.
Whose show is this?
Now you see how I feel. I know it's your show, but now you see how I feel because it's the same thing y'all did to me.
No, because I think what it is because it's hard for us, everybody right now, because we're all virtual too. I'm at a music part, so I have background noise. I think they'd rather just let her finish, and then after that say, hey, by the way,
I think we need to be very specific.
But see, you're doing it right now. It's like let her finish her point and then go back and be like, hey, I got the point that you're making, but I didn't say black woman. I said all women.
Yeah,
I think that's what's smooth.
So what's the best way? Should we correct that right up front, or should we wait until they make their point?
How I would like to see this done. How I would like to see this done is people finish talking completely, and then you go. No, I didn't mute her. She muted herself.
Well, here's the thing that I'm trying to say. If someone starts off with a premise that is incorrect, I'm just going to use Jelena. I'm just going to use the example. You said black women when I said all women. If they start with a premise that's incorrect and they do all of that talking, that means everything that they say afterwards could be incorrect, right?
But
because we didn't say black women. We said all women.
Well, can I interject really quickly? Do you mind?
Yes, please.
So, you see how I just did that? That's what you would do.
Yes.
Now,
but they criticized me for that.
No, but I mean,
because you didn't say, "Can I interject?"
I get that. Now, and then another thing that I was going to say, I think I misunderstood because you did say all women. Now that I remember, you did say all women, but you said something about how Black women, if you have a Latina girlfriend and she has friends that are Black women.
That's KJ type A.
There is an assumption that she is being poisoned or something.
That is KJ and Type X that said that.
Okay. And so that kind of was a little bit problematic to me.
Yeah,
I said she's influenced, and I stand by what I said because I've experienced it before. Of when you have a healthy relationship, or you're talking or getting to know someone or whatever, and what the.
Oh my God!
Can I interject?
Jelena, you don't have to mute yourself. What I think it is for healthy conversation, it's a back and forth. It's a street. There's cars going this way and there's cars coming this way at the same time. Finish? So sometimes you do need to interject at a certain point when someone has your point wrong. No, that's just to set the. You can finish, KJ. That's just to set the premise of the conversation.
I'm only myself because I'm sneezing. That's all.
Yeah, no. But
okay.
Standard. Okay, so let KJ finish, and then I want to go after KJ because
just speak, KJ.
Hold on. Before anyone else continues, I want to say this. Okay, Julina is the guest here. Okay, that's why I'm trying to hear her. Okay, if I can't hear her full thoughts, I can't even respond my damn self. What am I supposed to say if I don't know what her complete sentence is?
But you can't shut other people on the podcast down because if this is supposed to be an authentic conversation,
to let the guest talk. We literally went through this whole process to get her on here.
Time out.
Yes.
No, okay, I'll put it this way. I'm going to let KJ go, but let's let her finish too, and then you can correct her afterwards too, because even if the premise is wrong, we get how she feels, and that doesn't mean she still can make a point. And like Smooth says, we do need to hear her, because if Smooth can't hear her, that means the audience probably can't hear her either, and you guys are really, really talking over her. So so go ahead, Kev. Or KJ.
Hey, stop listening to that dude, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, he's wilding, B. To respond to Jelena's point, I stand by it because I personally experienced it. When you're in a healthy situation that's leading to a relationship, I don't want to say situationship because that sounds stupid. But when you're getting to know a woman and you're talking and you're not quite at the relationship stage, but you can tell that she's being influenced by her friends, especially when her friends come from unhealthy situations. Mm-hmm. And for myself, just to give you background, I don't date outside my race. Mm-hmm. And so I've been in situations where I'm talking to, I'll use you as an outlier woman like yourself who has everything going, for herself, got herself together, mentally put together well, and is there, and ready, open, and willing to receive love, but has friends that she loves and cares about, but those friends are giving her bad advice because misery loves company. So that's why that's the only reason why I stand by what I said. And typically what happens is that when we were talking about Kev's situation with the Hispanic woman, and he said, oh, she has Black friends, I'm relating it to my situation because I'm saying that typically what happens is sometimes Black women who are not healed and whole and mentally taken care of do not respect and see the value in Black men or any men for that regard or for that regard. So that's where my original statement came from.
Okay, so I guess what I can say is I agree with what the fundamentals of what you're saying because I've seen that and I understand that misery loves company. I've experienced it myself. I think the only thing that I felt was problematic was the one Hispanic woman and the Black women being the ones that taint the Hispanic woman per se, because it can go for any race, and kind of like Kev was saying, all women do it, just like a lot of men do it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
because on that part right there too, KJ and I, when we brought that up, it was about because KJ brought up about the women and actually brought up that it was people. We found out I guess the Hispanic woman part went in there because Kev said that the girl that he's seeing is involved with is Hispanic, but we never said it, and I said girls and guys because anybody who is in but then we also said it's because of the culture as well too. So it wasn't just because that she was Hispanic. It's anybody who's in a place where people are devalue what do I say? I guess devalue the position of a man, and then we're saying that on black women, we weren't saying it was just black men. We're just saying that sometimes it's just men in general. They would go and give advice based kind of on their experience and like the devaluation of men, which will kind of devaluate Kevin what he was doing as well, because they're saying, hey, if this guy isn't doing X, Y, and Z, then you don't need him at all, and you should go do this, and that's how we have gotten that situation. So it wasn't the fact that he was Hispanic; it was the fact that said, hey, these are her friends. It seems more likely than not, since that's the culture that they're in, they might have given her advice because everything seemed fine until she went out with this group of friends.
But y'all niggas did say specifically black women.
Yeah, because no. So
I get Jaleem's point.
No, and that's what I said, but we said culture too, because KJ said black women like that too, and it said, that's why I said it, and I said the majority in that culture based on experiences, and then remember I said not even people that I date, even friends as well too. I'm saying that even in my own family and people that they associate with, because they don't learn how to coexist with men because they're taught to dominate. Because instead of saying, hey, find somebody so you guys could coexist and you guys could add something, they're saying, hey, no, you can do this all yourself. And that's what devalues what a man can bring to the table. And that's how we get into this toxic culture.
So while I understand what you're saying, I definitely get what you're saying, and I'm not gonna, negate it at all. I definitely feel like that is. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's a extreme overgeneralization. Just as a black woman and a black woman that has a lot of black friends, a lot of black family, a lot of healthy marriages around me. I know in certain parts of the country it exists. I know it's probably 50%. You know what I'm saying? But I guess what I'm saying is to hear it, it's a little discouraging because it's a gross overgeneralization based on a small or a select set of experiences that were unfortunate that you guys have had.
Oh, I understand it, but with me, and let me throw it out there too, that it's not the experiences that I have had because I'm with you. I have a family, because I'm mixed. So, but I've seen my family, and I said like my mom, because like I said, kind of like yourself and your mom like that too. I understand there are exceptions, and that's why maybe KJ and I went out too far and said most, but then like you said, it probably is 50-50, and which means it is majority and it is happening. And I know KJ was saying based on his personal experience and his interactions, and with me, it's as an observer, because I date outside my race, and I dated outside my race before, and now I guess majority because of where I came from. I attract more of that as my partners, as well too. But I've also with my friends, I've also witnessed it, and I'm not putting the blame. I just wanted to say, hey, I wish for some way we could go and stop the devaluation of each people, because then I kind of like I don't want other people to hear it and be like, this is what men think about me, and then not and then also said, no, I'm gonna give up. I'm not gonna try it all too and continue the cycle. But I think KJ and I, we were saying, hey, this is what we see. And from KJ, it's from personal experience. For me, it's a mixture of both. It's just observing. I'm an observer. So I go all across the country and watch and look and study.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. I just heard it, and then I came in and I was like, am I hearing this correctly? Are these the incel niggas, or what is going on?
No, we ain't incels. No. This is what I wanted to ask you, Miss Jelena. You said Kev is something. I forgot what the hell it was.
No, it was
something unresolved.
You said something.
It sounded incelious.
Very, very. It sounded a little bit salty, just a little bit.
Well, how about this? Let me ask you this: what is your opinion? Because I know it sounds backwards. All right, but what is your opinion that in 2021?
Damn, she called us incel niggas. Damn, I'm still stuck on that.
We are not incels because the thing with incels.
Damn, she said you was salty, nigga. You gonna take that?
No. That's not what an incel is.
No, that's not what you guys are.
Yeah. No. Incel dudes are actual dudes who can't get women, and they believe they can't get women because like they're not the right type of masculine. They're not born with certain facial features and that women like. Basically, they're stereotyping women to being attracted to masculine men with masculine facial features, and they're saying because we weren't born within that category, women won't like us. Those are actual incels, bro. Men who can't get women. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. So, Juliana, what do you think? And I want you to give me a female perspective, not only from yourself, but from your friends that you have seen.
Mm-hmm.
When a man is head over heels with a woman, he wants to give her everything. He wants to try to please her with everything. Oftentimes, the way that men do that to some women comes off as creepy, I guess. Like, oh, he does like, let's say you tell a man your favorite ice cream, and you go over there to see him for the second time, and oh, he has your favorite ice cream. You know, the second time you see him, he has your favorite ice cream, but because you told him that's your favorite ice cream, he thinks, oh, she'll think this is nice and cute. A lot of women might not. They'll be like, oh, this dude is thirsty, or this dude is creepy, or they'll compare him to other guys that she's been sexually attracted to in the past that may not have done that for her. What do you think about that?
Hey, hold on, Juliana. Hold on. Before you answer,
man.
No. I have to go. So I'm gonna say thank you for coming on.
Okay.
I hope that you're able to come on in the future. I really thank you for clarifying and listening to us and understanding. And like I said beforehand, I think communication. I know I advocated a lot too. If you watch the other ones, communication is a big step in the right direction. So thank you for being part of that process. And I appreciate everything that you had to say.
We need more brave women like you who are not afraid to comment on the video, and then when we respond to you, hop on. But like, we need more brave people like that.
Oh yeah, and thank you also for giving us criticism. So because it's also on us to make that safe space. So you feel comfortable for coming on. So thanks for contributing to that as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Seriously,
have a good one.
All right, yeah, bro.
Peace out, Alan. But no, Julian, I guess I'm gonna shorten my question for you. Mm-hmm. What do you think about dudes who are, I wouldn't say doing their best to attract women. I'm talking about after a relationship has been established, not necessarily romantic. Well, not a girlfriend and boyfriend relationship, but a flirtationship or a romantic relationship. Okay, because a lot of times a romantic relationship doesn't mean your boyfriend and girlfriend. It doesn't mean you're exclusive, right?
Right. Okay.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just saying when guys do things like, for example, she tells me, like, she comes over, hang out one time, we have relations and all this, she has a good time, and then the second time she comes over, we've been talking a little bit before then, so she's like, hey, this is my favorite type of ice cream, and blah, 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 and you're like, oh, well, I think it'd be sweet. Yeah, I think it'd be sweet to have her favorite type of ice cream here to surprise her. Women today, in my opinion, don't seem to take that like women would have back in my father's age. Like persistence. And when a woman is like, this and this and that, and you keep chasing her, back in my father's age, that was seen as a sign that, oh, you should be with this guy. But now it's seen as a sign that, oh, this dude is creepy or he's crazy. And I think men are still thinking that way without knowing that that's creepy or crazy to modern women.
Yeah, so I think with myself and, some of my friends, I legitimately feel like if that's something that's not well received, she's just not into you. It sounds harsh, but that's usually the case because my husband, he was very persistent. He knew what I liked. He was very quick with it. Like we've been together 10 years now. So like we started dating, I was 17. So I honestly feel like with most women, they like that. They appreciate that. Now, if they don't appreciate it, it's one, they're a little weak-minded and a little worldly. And so there's something that there's something that they're interested in that you have not piqued. So it might be money. It might be something that you're doing things that they might not necessarily be interested in. So they've already written you off. So they're like, eh. And it's not the ice cream, and it's not the fact that you notice something that she likes.
Other things.
Yeah, it's more than likely something else that she's not interested in. Because if you notice, she's interested in could be complete trash. She's still gonna be like, oh, I'm for him, whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. The ice cream is just, I don't know. I don't think it's
It's like a
necessarily
fucking
creepy.
talking point. It's not even a real thing. It's not even something they actually care about, I guess. Unless they care, like you said, unless they're into you. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so sweet. He got my favorite thing. But like other than that, if they're not really into you, there's just like a conversation piece.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. I appreciate it. But if she's not really into you, she's not going to really think too much into it. Like my husband does it now. I'm instantly like, oh man, he really thought about me. Like that means a lot. He thought about me and he cares. And that's what happens when a woman is really interested in you. If she's not interested, then she's not really going to take it. Now, the whole creepy thing, a lot of women these days, especially, and I've heard this with my friends, they have to be careful because they do interact with men that are like, okay, I like this woman. She said she likes this. I'm going to get her this so I can get in her pants. So I can get this from her. So I can get that from her.
Yeah,
so they
that
end
is
up being, and if you seem a little bit too excited, it's like, okay, let me just give it time because I like him. He's coming on a little strong, but I'm going to give it time. Not going to trip. But like I said, if she's not into you, she'll either take offense or give a reason to not receive you.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that's what this happened. Like, you know, she drove fucking 3 hours to see me, but then like after all that bullshit, I think maybe she just wasn't really into me. So instead of like saying the truth about things, she wanted to flip it on me and be like, oh no, that's like, no, you shouldn't have a problem with that, blah blah. And it's like she knew that would turn me off of her.
And that's another issue. It's unfortunate that she couldn't just be direct and honest with you. It's not okay. It's not healthy. And if you guys would have been in a relationship, that wouldn't have flown anyways. But also, too, on the other side of the token, a lot of women fear rejecting men because they don't know the reaction that they're going to get. Because I've had plenty of times when I'm by myself, I'm at the gas station, the guy's like, oh, why are you pumping your own gas?
Yeah.
And
this woman drove 3 hours to see me. I ain't got no way to see her right now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Maybe she just didn't know how you were going to react and she didn't want to hurt your feelings or, you know.
I would cut her off and go to the next woman.
Yeah. That's fair.
Because I had others, and like, yo, the thing that fucking gets me, this is what it gets me. I put other women up on the hanger for her. Because like all of the things she was saying, and I was like, all right. But no, I kind of get what you were saying with your original point, Juliana, like having bad experiences. Because like, bro, not every dude is that type of dude. Like, I'm not finna come 3 hours to see you, woman. You came 3 hours to see me. So if anybody's thinking somebody's a little crazy, it's me thinking you a little crazy because, like, why is she coming to see me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For 3 hours. Yeah. I'm just glad. Oh, she left. Oh, no.
Yeah, she dropped out. But
I think that was a good perspective. I think you should probably capture that clip.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to clip just that portion of where it's her joining us on the pod.
Speaking the truth.
Yes. Because that was good. Other than that, though, bro, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, I think this was a decent episode that turned into a lot more than what I thought it would be.
It really, this is not even an episode. This is just a thing that happened.
It's just a thing that happened. And hey, I think the key highlight would be having a woman come in, and I need her to start off with her telling us how fucking wrong we are. And like, well, not even how wrong we are, but like, cause I do see what she was saying, and a lot of, I actually do agree with, actually, most everything she said. So I just think having her as a clip, and I guess showing that she was a random viewer who just decided to tune in. I think that might be the most important part. Showing a random viewer decided to tune in,
bro. Again, I get that, but we're still recording. We're still live now. We don't have to
man, you better cut this part out. I mean, either way, even if we still recording, that shit was unplanned. That shit was legit. That shit was unplanned. So, like, fuck, maybe this would be more fuel. But I mean, I think that was really insightful, and I kind of want to. How do we steer these conversations more to where random viewers want to come in?
It's fine.
Is it that we were saying something?
Her phone died. Her phone died, by the way.
Oh, her phone died? Okay, that's what it was. She didn't just leave. Was it that we were saying something that was so bizarre or controversial that she was like, nah, I got out? Because, I mean, she did kind of say that. She was like, when I came in, I heard this. I was like, Maybe that, I don't know. I mean, there's no way we can construct that. There's no way we should even try. We should just keep having authentic conversations as we do about just shit that we're going through.
Right. I'm definitely not gonna start trying to like.
Hell no. I don't think it works that way. We can keep talking about the shit we want to talk about. That's what it is. Like the shit we want to talk about in real life. Because, like, bro, what she added was so fucking insightful. What she added was so insightful.
It really was.
I wish KJ and Alan could have stuck around to hear that. But hey, man, good show. That was an hour and 19 minutes. I appreciate you for your time.
Hour and 20, actually. So look, y'all, hey, if you're watching on all the other platforms, that's fine and dandy. But I need you to go over to YouTube, click the link in my bio, and like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube video. Okay, it helps out a lot. But with all that,
thank you.
We out.
Yeah. Peace out, y'all. This home.